HOUSE MUSIC ISITSHIT question mark. What's that spell? House music. Oh no, this isn't actually a question.
Oh.
Anyway, welcome to this week's edition of Is It? Very good. Very good.
Asking me to spell this time of day. Not easy.
That is MC Flipside. And, oh, fucking hell, I nearly fell off a chair. Blocked it on both sides there. I found, you know when you find old USB sticks and you think, oh, well, you don't, because you're perfect at keeping a
mine are all lined up there in a little rack
of everything you've done since the day computing was invented.
I have.
But I find random USB sticks around in the bottom of bags and under various things. And I used to, when you, do you know Beatport?
Yeah, of course.
Now it's all subscription and streaming and stuff. But back in the day, you used to buy the tunes and download them. And I had a USB stick that I used to DJ with that was just full of tunes, and I lost it, and I backed it up and I lost it. But I turned on an old Mac, I think I told you the other day, and I found a load of old stuff, including thousands of old tunes. One of which was this, Flipside track, House Music. So that's where the inspiration from that one came from.
Do you know, I'm so anal with my cataloguing of everything. I have every email since I opened my first email account in 1998.
That's a worry.
It is for some people. Got some crackers.
Got some crackers. Yeah. Blimey.
One day. One day I'll write the book.
Well, that's good, because the old emails have all your old tour itineraries and stuff in. That's what I'm sort of. I don't know.
They have all kinds of weird stuff in them.
I didn't. Yeah.
Do you remember email lists? It was like in the early days of email, way before WhatsApp was a thing, and you were in WhatsApp groups.
Yeah.
Now we used to have email lists.
Yeah.
So I was in an email list with a bunch of guys I didn't know. I knew one guy, my mate, who worked in a.
You sure you want to say this on camera?
My mate worked as a web designer, and he was in like this email list with a bunch of guys that he knew, and I got invited to join it. And all we did all day whilst working was send each other jokes and silly pictures and stuff. And that went on for years. When I think about it now, well, that's a WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Have you heard about this guy from what's the?
The Telegram guy.
Yeah, the Telegram guy.
He's in trouble, isn't he?
Well, yeah, but it's good. That's floodgates, isn't it? Because it must go on all those platforms.
Do you know what? I get quite a lot of people who message me via Instagram about work stuff. Have you got Telegram? And it's an instant I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
Why do you need to talk on something?
Well, yeah,
because
of course that's. I don't know about this, but apparently that's where people buy drugs as well.
No.
Apparently.
People still buy drugs.
Apparently so.
I just get given them free.
Well, when you reach the higher echelons, that's it's currency.
Currency. I have been offered to be paid before in drugs.
Yeah.
It's happened in the past.
Yeah.
Of course I said no.
Of course you did, Sean. Of course you did. Yeah. Anyway, moving swiftly on. I can see that we're looking at a plugin called Cocaine today. Oh, no.
Today, Dan, we are looking at California Dynamic Alkane.
Ah, that sounds like something you'd buy on the streets in Philadelphia, doesn't it? It sounds like something...
Or California.
Been marketed by some big pharmaceutical company.
It does.
Yeah.
It sounds like a headache tablet.
One of those it turns people into those zombies that you see on Instagram reels that I don't watch for hours on end.
Well, it's been around a little while, and it's had some very glowing reviews from some people. It's basically a saturation plugin. They refer to it as a quad-circuit harmonics processor.
Quad-circuit harmonic processor.
And what they mean by that is that it has four
circuits,
4 different circuits. So it's got a tube.
Yeah.
It's got the tape. It's got a transformer, and it's got like a solid state.
Okay, well, that sounds pretty.
And as you flip between them, the interface changes, different colour, different style of knobs, and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
You get this very cool like meter. You can see the EQ. You can see the, everything it's doing. Is the spectrogram. I think it's a bit over the top. I quite like spectrograms for mastering, but I don't think I need them for anything else.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's go through it. You can see on the left you've got your input, your meters. And then these 4 buttons here, that's where you select the type of saturation. The colour knob is, the more you drive it, the more colour you get, the more of the THD. And then you've got thud and shine, which is kind of a basic kind of EQ, as it would imply.
I wonder how many more, what do they call them, where they're a descriptive word.
And how many are there for different EQ?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like air.
Yeah, that's it.
Crispiness.
That's it.
Sheen.
You've got it.
You know, there's lot. It confuses young engineers starting out.
Yeah.
I wanted to add sheen, and this guy's added sparkle instead. I'm gutted.
Phonetic, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Thud and shine.
Pathetic is what it is. It's just, it's like when someone says, "Oh no, it's got the airband." I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, just turn up your high end on something else. It'll sound pretty similar. Anyway, whatever. Moving on, you've got your EQ and your filters down here, separate to the thud and shine, which are like your broad strokes. And then here you've got a low cut, a low mid, sweepable, fully parametric, a high mid, and a high cut. Quite useful. Output over here, dry wet control. Yeah, that's kind of it.
So where do we put it? What did you use it? What did you test it on?
All my I have a plug-in test
process.
Where basically I have a couple of full mixes, which are yours actually.
Yeah.
I have some live drums, I have some program drums, I have some bass, and I have some vocals. That's basically what I put everything through, just to see how it all sounds. It's good, I think, at doing the subtle kind of saturation that is really nice to thicken things up.
Yeah, so on individual channels.
On individual channels, I really like the Transformer one over all the others. I found it most useful. It sounded great on a drum bus. Really, really nice. Local saturation I don't massively go in for hugely. Normally I'm using a compressor that adds a bit of that anyway.
Yeah.
But some great presets on there, which will definitely get you started. I think it sounds like very, very cool. But as I was chatting to you about earlier, there's a lot of saturators out there.
There is a lot of saturators
and
out there.
a lot of them do many flavours of saturation.
Yeah.
So it's do you need more than one of these?
Yeah, well, I mean, do you want to know a little? It's not a secret. It's just that nobody else. I've never bothered. I don't own any saturators.
See, that's weird for the kind of music you do.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because I'd air for sort of distortion and stuff.
Same. Kind of same.
Kind of same, but I use distortion, not saturation.
Yeah, fair dues.
I've just never thought, ooh, I need a saturator on there.
Well, I know you've got the noise ash stuff.
Yeah.
You can drive that stuff and it saturates beautifully.
Yeah, but it's not a saturator.
It's not, but it kind of is.
It's a preamp.
It is a preamp. But that's kind of, it's all the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Interesting. I would say if you're looking for a saturator to add to complete mixes, like in a mastering situation, this is very good at that.
Okay.
It can do the subtle thing where you can very slowly just dial in enough to give you that little bit of thickness or maybe a little bit of tape sound. I think it's really good for that.
I quite like the look of it, I've got to say.
Yeah, it's the same. The interface changes depending on which one.
I like the thud and the shine. It seems quite.
I like that combination of, look, here's some simple controls.
You wonder whether that's. I mean, because it seems quite drum bussy. It seems like it would. Do you want a bit more thud or a bit more shine on your drum bus?
It does. Thud implies drums. Quite
Yeah. Okay, so where do we get it?
So it's from California Dynamic. You can if you just Google it, it'll come up. Demo, full 14 days.
Brilliant.
Which is good. You need that.
I'd do an album with it.
You could do an album in 14 days. Yeah. You could.
Great. So, following the 14 days, we think, bloody hell, this California Dynamic Alkane is pretty good.
Yes.
How much would you want to have to pay for it?
How much would you want to have to pay?
There's the face. It's like Wallace from Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, it is that face.
I mean, this is a £50 plug-in.
Well, not quite. It's $299.
Is it now?
It is now. Yeah, it is
for a saturator that I've never thought I've needed.
Yeah, that's my only issue with it. It looks great. It sounds great. All of it does exactly what you want it to do. It's very nice, but yeah,
$300.
Yeah, I think there has to be an upper limit. Why would you pay more for a saturator than your entire door?
Yeah. That's exactly.
That's insane.
You know, would you spend? You know, so for example, I always relate things to, you know, when I was younger.
Yep.
Everything was measured in pints. So a pint of beer would be 3 or 4 quid.
Yeah.
So how many beers was 40? Is 10 beers 40 quid night out? So
Yeah.
40 quid. That's a night. That's a night out. You know.
Yeah.
That's a couple of pairs of trainers there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, or
you
at
know
least
what I
one
mean?
decent pair.
Well, I wouldn't. You know.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of money. I think that's an issue. But then there's the other argument coming from the other end. Whereas if this was a piece of hardware,
But it isn't.
no, it isn't. You're right.
It's not a pair of trainers and it's not a piece of hardware.
It's not.
And in 6 months, 12 months, there'll be another saturator out that'll be.
There will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and that's what we always say about software is there's no, you know, it's not depleted, depreciated immediately.
Yes.
As soon as you've added it onto your system,
Yep.
it's worth nothing. There's no reselling it like a bit of hardware. Even a worn pair of trainers on eBay, you know.
True. I mean, there is reselling groups online. You can resell plugins. You
Can
can
you?
transfer the licenses. Yeah, yeah. It does happen. But you know, how many people do you ever think? Oh, I'll buy that second hand. It never crosses my mind.
No, me neither. Me neither. Okay, so have you got anything more to add?
Not really. No.
So the California Dynamic Alkane, Sean.
Yes.
Is it shit?
This is one of those ones where
is. It's a great.
The price has made it fall into the shit category for me. It's an awesome plugin. It sounds fantastic. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm not paying $300 for a plugin that just does saturation. That seems insane.
Yeah, it does seem insane in the membrane.
It is.
So there you go, shit plugin. Please like the video.
That'd be cool if you did that. You can also subscribe to the channel or become a channel member.
Check out the Instagram, Studio Life 101.
There's a Patreon, there's a merch store, and there's a link below to my mixing course, 40 quid, 5 video chapters, 3 hours, worth a look.
Become a channel member, get a free master from mastering engineer Sean J. Vincent. Until next time, people, adios.
See you later.